Alright boys, here we go. We are headed down to Virginia for a mobile job. You guys remember that that white truck that I did, the 2013? So the solenoid block went out. So we got a new one right here next to us, and we are going down to repair it. It was about 170, 180 miles. So we're taking the old Honda down. I got that done today. No thanks to any shipping, everything's all been fucked up. So I went to AutoZone and went and got the parts to just finish the job today so I could bring this down, because me being able to take the car and load the trunk up with tools saves not only me money, but saves the customer money. So I don't have to go down there and bring Bertha and just, it's not necessary. I don't, to replace a solenoid block, it's just not needed for me to bring an entire big ass diesel truck when I can bring the Accord. Now the weather's been shitty. Apparently the weather's not too bad down there. There shouldn't be any rain. So we'll see how it goes, but basically we're gonna get there, we're gonna drop the pan, we're gonna save as much of the old fluid as possible. We are gonna change the filter, and we are going to pull the solenoid block and see how that goes. So I'll let you guys know when we get there. We got about 100 miles to go, but shouldn't be too bad. We should be there by about 7:30, 7:45. Should take us about, I don't know, say 45 minutes to do the job, and hopefully get him on his way. All right, since I know a lot of you guys are like this shit, we are replacing this guy here, solenoid pack. We got the correct one, 2011 the current, solenoid with white connector. Replacing all that. Let's get under here, show you guys what's going on. Oh man, get my ass on the ground. So we need to pull that and get the old valve body down and out. So we're gonna do that here in a minute and see where we're at. Just turn the camera on and let it roll. All right, we have a valve body. Here's the new stuff right here in this bag. Let's not drop that. So we got stuff to take off. I'll show you guys here once we get this thing out. Looks like this is an updated part, so you can see all the crud that is in there, and it's like there was still more in there, but this thing's shot. That's how it's supposed to look. See the two little connectors on the side? These ones are missing. So let's get it swapped over. All right, there you guys can see we're across from AutoZone, but pull that bad Larry off. I'm trying to do this one-handed for you guys. Set it down nicely. As you can see, got all the bolts out. Just fighting the dowels right now. Alright, let's try this again. Everything's so slippery right now. Bam. that whole thing off. Ah, fun. See this little plate here. Gotta figure that out. Gotta swap that out too. We'll do that here in a second. All right, we got the new one on. See that? So that should be parked there. And we'll make sure that's all clean. It is. We'll throw that on there. Line it up with the dowels. So we got the new one in, all nice and new, compared to the old. Look at all that shit in there. We get all that out, all new, everything's tightened down. We're gonna go throw that back in, clean the bottom of it. I already cleaned up top. All right, so I'm gonna grab that filter out of there quick as well while we're in here, and then get this done. By the way, just wanna let everybody know we did get permission to do this. He's been parked here since last night. So we have permission from the owner to be here and swap this thing out. Making sure everything's good, clean that seal surface, get this off. That's good. Get everything cleaned off and throw everything back together. All right, new stuff is in. Connector does not wiggle, it's all clean. So I would just throw the new gasket, clean all this surface off, make sure there's no RTV or anything like that. This is one of those gaskets. Do not use RTV on this style of gasket that we're gonna use. So it can be wet, that's not a problem, but I'm still gonna give her a nice wipe down. This is how my night's going, guys, but we're done. So technically, let's get the gasket. All right, we're all back up in. Now we just gotta grab the old fluid, salvage what we can. I made sure to clean that bin before we got here, so that way it's all clean from the old fluid, and then we're just gonna top off with some new stuff. All right, you bad Larrys, we got bad news. We were doing the transmission relearn. I did the quick learn, sorry about the camera, it's kind of ass. And the turbo decided to go out while we were doing the relearn. Check this out. That's oil, straight oil, out the tailpipe, into the intake. So he's gonna drive it across the street and then we're just gonna shut it off, but you can see it, like, it's blowing out of everywhere. I'm gonna put his intake back on, but turbo's blown and it's causing blow by. This is getting full. So I'm gonna throw it back on and he's gonna drive it across the street and I'll film it for you guys. But the transmission's shifting great. We did the relearn, most of it, and halfway through it just decided, I did an injector kill test first to see if that's what it was, and every injector made a difference, so all the injectors are good. All right, well, we got that there. CRST thinks that's a good spot. This guy's gonna come around and focus. Oh, I wasn't focusing, but that guy's gonna come around, flip-flop over here, decided to park like that, so I'm gonna film it. I'm gonna see how that goes. What a jackass. What'd I say? He's gonna have to back up. Oh, he's gonna get out and go yell at him. I'd be blaring on the horn first. He's probably in there chewing on his turbine. Give it some fuel. Yeah. All right, he went up, met him, crust is moving. Oh man, he's close, he's tight on that one, so he had to. What a jackass. The guy in the car hauler is pretty cool. I went up to talk to him, but CRST over here in his flip-flops and his turbine. All right, so he's gonna drive it over to the AutoZone. He put a gallon of oil in it and there's still none on the dipstick. He drove 2 hours and 45 minutes. We did the relearn, and then bam, turbo blown. Halfway through the relearn, you can see all the smoke. Look at that. Yeah. So I'm gonna go in and piss. He's, I guess tomorrow I'm going to tow it up. If it's not one thing, it's another with this truck. It's cursed. He was gonna try to drive it, but then he checked the oil and there's nothing on the dipstick even after. This thing is becoming the star of the YouTube channel this week.